Wacky Wednesday. It's Wacky Wednesday con El Bumper.
Unfiltered, the real deal. No pre-planning, no chingaderas. Straight up from the bill.
Wacky Wednesday.
B-Town's very own.
It's Wacky Wednesday con El Bumper.
Here's your host, Bumper Gomez.
And live from San Antonio, Texas, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Bumper's Wacky Wednesday. I'm having a fantastic week here in San Antonio, but if you're here in the San Antonio area, or South Texas for that matter, we've been having some pretty crappy weather for the last few days. The weatherman that I have here with me tonight, not only is he a keyboardist, a musician, but he's also a weatherman. He has promised me that tomorrow is supposed to be a beautiful day. So we'll find out. But ladies and gentlemen, tonight, another great episode that's going to be in the books. I hope you guys have something cold to drink. Tonight, we're sipping on soda and water. And that's respect for my guests, and we'll get into that a little bit later. Yeah. No, man, I hope, like I said, everybody's having a good time. It's Wednesday. We're halfway through the work week. Eddie, does the what do you call it start this week? The rodeo kickoff and all that starts Friday already. So we're getting ready, man. I know a lot of people are getting ready down here in San Antonio. We're getting ready for the rodeo. So we have the cook-offs. They don't have the Cowboy breakfast no more. They ran out of money. I don't know. There's not enough werewolves. I don't know what the...
And there's no more cowboys.
There you go. But, yeah, so there's no Cowboy breakfast. So a lot of places have been doing their own. And so, yeah, I like to go out there and check out those places. So, again, ladies and gentlemen, this episode is absolutely free. We only ask you to do one thing, and that's to help the show grow. And the way you can help the show grow is by sharing it. So if you're watching on Facebook, thank you for watching on Facebook. Please share it. Right on there, hey, man, check out this dummy. I watch them every Wednesday. Whatever, write something, man. Don't just share. Write something. I like to read what people have to say. So share it for me. I would greatly, greatly appreciate it. And everybody watching on YouTube, welcome on Bumpers Gomez's YouTube channel. Thank you guys for tuning in. And tonight, for you Tejano fans, we're going to take you on a ride, on a history ride, on a future ride. Get Miles, Marc, and everything in between,
yes.
You know?
Yes, man. It's a good time.
There you go. So, ladies and gentlemen, my guest tonight here in San Antonio, he's from San Antonio, so he didn't have too far to come.
Born and raised,
right?
Papa.
Born and raised, Mr. Marc Martinez.
What's up?
What's up, dog?
How are you, man?
Hey,
thank you for having me on your show.
No, I'm glad. I'm glad you're on here. I'm ready, dude.
Me too.
I'm ready
You've
to
been
get
hyping
into
me up too.
Well, we'll see. We're gonna see if I hyped you up enough. And ladies and gentlemen, yes, that is a keyboard. On the screen, right? Hey, the producer, he's getting the shakes over there. Before we forget, Marc, we got to give some love and a shout out to our producer of Bumper's Wacky Wednesday, Mr. Eddie.
What's up,
Eddie? I don't
Marc?
ever like saying your last name because I don't want nobody to look you up, bro. I just leave it at Eddie. But if you know Laura, then you know Eddie.
Yeah, because they'll just Google you.
They'll Google you for sure. And for those of you that are asking, I like to, every now and then, I like to wear some shirts that, it's not the guest's shirt, but I like to promote my friends. And, if I got a shirt and I throw it on. And today, I know it's really hard for you guys to see, but today, my good friend, Mr. Cristello, right? If you guys never heard of Cristello, make sure you go check him out. He has some awesome singles, and he's just a cool guy. So shout out to Cristello. I really appreciate that. And then
what kind of music does he do?
He does Tejano. He plays with the Brown Express. He does his own stuff. He came out with a mariachi song that was just, it's one of those songs, bro, when you hear it, well, you can't do that no more. We're gonna get into that. But when you hear it, it makes you want to get a bottle. And before I forget, I didn't do a thing, but I want to give my love and a big shout out to the Landin family from Beeville, Texas. Laura, my good friend Laura, and my brother Lenny. They lost their pops a couple of days back. And, he's from my hometown. And that man saw me play ball since I was a little kid and always took care of us. And so to Johnny, man, may you rest in peace. May the perpetual light shine upon him. And again, man, my condolences to the Landin family there from Beeville, Texas, and my buddy Lenny, who lives here in San Antonio. So again, condolences, man.
My condolences as well to your family. And we lost a legend, a musician legend of ours, Joe Jama. And so I want to send some love and to his family out there. That I know that they're going through some stuff right now. He's a great entertainer that just Chicano, man, like all the way up. I mean, I should
he
go watch
started
this guy
Chicano
when
music,
I was
right? Chicano music and
well, just like he incorporated a lot of that's a generation, and those guys they don't stop playing, like me too. I'll probably down the stage, man. I don't know, but I'm just saying he just had that brown soul kind of and the Chicano.
Proud to be a Chicano,
and then he just comes up with groove on a bass and sing. And you know what I mean. So rest
yeah,
in
I
peace,
called you. You were at the you were at his rosary, man. We were talking.
Yes, I was at the rosary.
But ladies and gentlemen, again, my guest on Bumpers Wacky Wednesday, Mr. Marc Martinez, who has been around the industry, the Tejano, not just the Tejano industry. That's the good thing about it. Not just the Tejano industry. This guy has been around the top 40. What would you call it, Marc?
Well, all my Tejano years come from Emilio. Joe Posada, Emilio. Right? And then so right after that, I just started kind of getting into a different circuit, started getting into more private parties and things like that. And so, so a lot of that music is like cover tunes, in all styles. But I grew up like that with my dad, like in variety bands, variety bands
playing a little bit of different of everything.
Huge in the 80s, he had George Rivas, he had Bandango, some of those guys, River City Band, you know what I mean? So that's kind of how I grew up. I grew up with my dad, knowing his material and then branching out. But yeah, top 40 country, R&B, jazz.
I mean, he was already getting me in the mood. I wanted to go grab a drink, but I was like, nah, I can't. Not tonight. I can't. No, hey, Marc, neta, we're gonna talk about that, bro. Right. I respect you, bro. That's something to be talked about, and it's a respectable thing.
I appreciate it, brother.
But when you play George Strait like that and start singing, it gets you in that mood. You know what I mean?
Well, it's like you said. Yeah, it does. But it's that Jamie Foxx version.
Yeah. So do a little bit. I'm gonna tell the people if they never heard it. Hey, can we hear a little bit on the monitor, just a little bit? Yeah, he's got to just turn it up.
That's too low.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if you guys have ever seen, and don't do it now, do it after the show, but George Strait sang "You Look So Good in Love," and it's just a song that will forever. It's one of those songs that's embedded in your head forever, especially if you're a country music fan. But if you have never heard Jamie Foxx sing this song on the George Strait, what was it, like a tribute or something, right? Like all the artists are playing his music.
It was a tribute to George Strait.
To George Strait, right? Like a lifetime achievement thing or something. Man. Even George Strait said, "I'm so glad that I recorded that song before you did." Dude, so if you ever guys get a chance, type in Jamie Foxx, "You Look So Good in Love." You will not regret it. Yeah, you will not regret it. It's a great song, man. You want to kick a little bit? You got it. Oh, dale.
All right. I know how you sparkle. I know how you shine. The blush on your cheeks is more than the wine. And he must do something that I didn't do. Whatever he's doing, it looks good on you. You look so good in love. You want him, it's easy to see. and you look so good in love. And I wish you still wanted me.
Hey, I'm wearing the wrong hat, bro. I should have put on my 10-gallon Cowboy hat, man.
I gotta warm up.
Wow. So, you know, that just goes to show you, right? He's not just a Tejano artist. He's an all-around artist. And, you know, Tejano, ever since I had Shelly Lattes here, she really opened my eyes to how great Tejano musicians are and how versatile they are. Mm-hmm. Would you agree?
100%. I think it's like I said, growing up when I was a kid, it was variety bands that were, so I, you know, just go and hang out. My dad would take me to the gigs, like just because my dad knew everybody. He used to work at Alamo Music Center.
Okay.
Sales guy. You know, he helped out a lot of musicians.
Oh, no wonder you have cables and all kinds of that's
hey, for real, why they keep everything in there? I learned that from him. And but yeah, she's 100% right. Like the Tejano musicians are just very, very versatile, man. They can jump on different instruments or be on their instrument, but play it different ways. Like Max Baca. Like Max, man, he plays bajo, but he riffs up and
Hey, but you help those guys out too, right? You help out. You party with them before. Out. You jammed out with them before. Yeah, party
with them, jammed out together. Like Max and I are pretty good friends. He came on my show, marked up.
Bro, I gotta get those guys. The Tex Maniacs. I mean, those guys are in the Smithsonian, bro.
Those guys are bad.
You know that? Those dudes have some stuff in New York at one of the museums that's, you know, it highlights our cultura and our music.
Yes.
And so we're going to have him. I've been talking to him. We'll see what's going on. Saludos to Victor Espinosa watching on YouTube. Thanks for tuning in. All the way from Eagle Lake, Texas, Mr. Andres Diaz. And Pico Oficial. What's up, Dad? Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it.
Hey, man, there's Ray Martinez. What's up, Ray and Maria?
You got anybody watching on? Did you call them? Tell them, hey man, you guys better watch my show tonight.
Yeah, I said you better. Yeah, man, you better watch Bumper because I'm gonna be on there tonight. I'm excited, dude, because I don't do this stuff, man. I'm always behind the scenes.
You know,
this is very refreshing for me.
Yeah, if you guys don't know Marc, Marc actually. I don't know if you haven't done one in a long time.
What's that, bro?
But you had a podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was called Marked Up. It's MARC 'D Marked Up. You guys can go back and search those, and you'll find some bad ass interviews. And again, sometimes, you know, when you get an interview from a musician, he knows the insides and the outs of. So when he has another musician, he can't bullshit a bullshitter, right?
Right.
Yeah, you can't bullshit a bullshitter.
That's badass though.
So it's a. I enjoyed all of them, bro. I really did. I enjoyed all of them. I enjoyed the one you did with Joey Jams.
Oh yeah,
right. Yeah, that was a great interview.
He's my first reoccurring guest. Where is Joey? Is he here?
You had him. You had him more than once.
Yeah.
Now that guy's probably making T-shirts or he's drumming in the garage. One of the two. That's
one of the two. He's either making a T-shirt or he's in his garage.
That's
putting
his
a
pastime,
set
man.
Together.
So Marc, here on Bumpers Wacky Wednesday, dude, we're all over the place, bro. I want people to get to know who you are, but I also want to talk about our industry, where we're going.
Go for
it. You know, a lot of things have happened this last week in the industry. Not a lot of things, not negative things, but you know, I'm one of those guys. Sometimes I don't comment, but I surely do go through people's stuff. Right. And you know, lately I want to bring up a subject that I wanted to talk to you about.
All right.
Because you've been in the industry, you've been doing this for a long time, and I want to get Marc's opinion on stuff.
All right, cool.
And I gave my opinion. As a matter of fact, going back to Joey Jams, it comes from Joey Jams' question that he had on Facebook. And you guys can chime in as well. We would love for you guys to chime in on the comments. Eddie's monitoring the comments. We'll highlight them and put them on the screen. So you ready? Yeah. I don't want you. You might hurt some people's feelings, Marc, but it's going to be okay.
Am I going to hurt people's feelings?
Yeah, you might hurt some feelings, but it's going to be all right. So Tejano music, you know, we're known to have only had for many years one award system, right? And
a one award system, meaning what?
we had
the Tejano Music Awards?
Right, we had
like,
the TTMA.
The TTMA.
Right? Texas Talent Music Association,
Gotcha.
also known as the Tejano Music Awards.
Okay.
That was the gravy. That was the A team, right? That was the main thing, and it used to be huge. I mean, it was held in the Alamo Dome, bro. Mm-hmm. Did you attend some of those? Some of those from way back in the day?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I was researching that Tejano channel on Roku.
Mm-hmm.
If y'all haven't experienced that yet, go check it out because I'm new to it. My dad was telling me about it. And I went, and they have like past Tejano Music Award shows, and it goes back to if you go to, I know for sure, I came out on 13.
You're looking for yourself?
13, no, yeah. Well, my dad told me he had saw me on episode 13.
13.
But there was another one. If it's not that one, it might have been one before. I don't know, man. But I go up on stage, and Emilio like tells me to go up, like he pushes me to the mic, right? And dude, I was so nervous, man. But that was around the time my mom had passed away. So anyway, yeah, he kind of threw me up there. But yeah, dude, since then, I know, dude. I know. I'm dating myself.
So the question is like, we have the Tejano Music Awards. Mm-hmm. I'm hosting, if you guys didn't know, in 2 weeks, the Tejano Mundial Awards. Frank Chapa and the Tejano 360 Network, they started their own version of the Academy. You have to pay to be a part of the Academy. And the Academy votes on some awards. Some awards are actual public votes for the fans, right? And you hear the negative things, right? And it's usually from artists who, have been nominated, maybe have never won. Maybe it's an artist who's never been nominated. It's a fan who just gets tired of seeing it, right? But, it's a popularity contest. That's one of the comments that you get, right? It's always a popularity contest. But I seem different, bro. To me, the Tejano Music Awards they're outdated. And I might get in trouble. It's okay. I mean, it's my show. I can say what I want, right? But
yes,
to me, some of the rules dealing with the TTMA are a little outdated, right? As far as and one of the main ones that I always put, no matter what I talk about, I always say this is about having a full album. The big record labels aren't in San Antonio no more. They're not in South Texas. They're not recording. People don't have the money to go and record a 10 song album. You can't, right? So they make what? The EPs, right? They make the EPs that have 4 or 5 songs, maybe 6 songs. Maybe off that EP, maybe a song becomes number 1 and it's on the charts for 2 months, right? So you mean to tell me that Marc Martinez's song that was on the chart, right, for 2 months is not eligible for single of the year, or you're not eligible for artist of the year, or what? Because the fact states that your song has to come from an album. That's outdated.
Right.
Stop to think about that.
Right.
How much good music are we passing over to highlight and give an award to because it didn't come off an album? It's not right. It needs to change. It's a simple thing. Change the rules. The Tejano Mundial, right? Again, it's an academy. They're trying to do kind of like the Grammys does it like that, right? It's an academy based thing. So I think that there's just a lot of awards out there, man. There's so many different awards, and the thing is like 1 or 2, I'm cool with, but 5 or 6. And people can say, Bump, you're right. And I've been there and I went and got my award. I'm not knocking you wanting to nominate somebody or doing, look, it's just my opinion. The more award shows there are, the more you're diluting the industry. Would you agree or disagree?
Yeah. No. Well, yeah. I mean, how many award shows can you have anyway? You know what I mean? Like,
there's a lot, bro.
Yeah.
There's a lot. What do you think? What do you think?
Well, okay, so we'll step back a little bit. So, like what I'm used to being, with an artist, and he was a top artist, right?
Yeah.
So, from my perspective, I got in as a young kid with 2 major artists. I went from Joe Posada to Emilio. Joe was already up there recording and doing his stuff, and then Emilio came around. And I started playing with Emilio, so I was already like working with
big time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's amazing right there. Now, as far as like how, like, yeah, because I never really understood it either. Like, there's not really been anything for musicians, right? I mean, what kind of...
like it's always, and if there is, it's best accordionist, best drummer. What about the keyboard player?
What about the keyboard player,
keyboard
man?
player always gets left out. But I see what you're saying, right? You were with big time artists, and you were there in the heyday. But just to me, it's somebody Randy Navarrete put something on. He's like, you saturate the market, right?
Yeah.
By having so many awards. And again, if you're doing an awards, cool. Great on you. Keep doing what you're doing. I'm just saying personally, I think it's too much. Honestly, I just think it's too much. And I guess I'm a little more favored towards the Mundiales. One, because I'm hosting them for the second year, but they're reaching out to the younger. They're reaching out to the people that's been doing it for a long time, and they're trying to figure out a system to make it right, make it across the board. And again, a lot of the rules are more made towards the newer, like a newer system, right? You're not talking about 80s and 90s rules,
right? So I'm gonna vamp off that a little bit.
Dale.
But I'm going to change gears, but it's kind of the same. So my job with the company that I work with, which is a network of musicians, I'm still in the music business. I'm not out of it. I mean, but we're in a different circuit, right? But at the end of the day, I am 53 years old. Right?
He said it. He said it, not me. I didn't ask him.
I can't go back to the 90s and pretend I'm in the 90s and act like I'm in the 90s and operate like I'm in the 90s. Can't do that.
I got you.
You got to move up. You got to keep up with the younger generation. Right?
Right.
Okay. So when you put that's like 101, if you ask me. Like, it's like, like you got to reconstruct. There's got to be change. You can't stick to the same formula as you were 25 years ago.
We have to evolve.
You have to evolve somehow. So now that you're talking about the Mundial Awards, it's obvious that you're more attached to the Mundial Awards, because they respect what you're doing, obviously, or else you wouldn't even be a host.
Exactly.
Right? So y'all, there's a mutual respect there, but you also are in favor of the change that they're creating. Right?
Okay.
So you're supporting it. So therefore, it's like, man, like, that's why you're there. So I believe in that. Like, I believe in change. I believe like you can't do that anymore, man. Like, and it's unfortunate that, if we kind of get to some of the other bands and stuff that are out there, some are kind of still stuck in that kind of, because maybe there was something great happening at that time. But now it's not the same anymore, but you're kind of still fetching for it. Or maybe not fetching for it, but it's just not there anymore, but you still want it.
And I'm not here to say that I'm not going to support all the other awards.
Of course.
At all. They need something from me. I'm going to help them out.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Right? I'm just saying that.
Because we're about the music, right?
Right. We're about music. And that's what I mean. Like, we need to just start helping each other out. That was my little soapbox talk, on the awards. I just think that there's a lot of them. And I know a lot of people agree with me. The only people that are going to disagree with me are the owners of the other award shows, right? Because at the end of the day, let's be real. It's about making money.
Mm-hmm.
It's about making money. It's simple as that.
But you get some good minds and you collaborate. Now you're off to a bigger award show.
There we go.
Make more
now
money.
We're talking.
You know what I mean? And then it just opens up everything. So maybe we get some of these great minds, put them together a little bit, and let them try to shed some ideas and some soul. You know what I mean?
Sit around and have a big open conversation.
At Joey's in his garage next to his drum set. Right, Joey?
Hey, Marc. So born and raised, you're here. You were like born and raised in San Antonio, right?
Yes,
What high school did you go to, bro?
Holmes.
You're the first Holmes person we've ever had
here.
here.
Wendell Holmes. Yes, sir. Really?
I think so.
The only Husky?
Do you know any Tejano artists from Holmes?
No, but Mike Morales was from Holmes. Mike Morales, the rock, the guy. He's got Studio M. Mike Morales. No,
don't know.
He's from there. There's some other musicians there from Holmes.
Who's the most famous person from Holmes High School?
I don't know. Mike Morales.
There you go.
Well,
all right. Well, no, you are the first. You're the first person from Holmes High School. I've had Jeff. I've had.
I'm pretty sure you had a lot of Jeff.
Yeah, we had a lot of Jeff.
A lot of musicians come from Jeff.
A lot of Southside. What's the one Emilio Ram and they all went to
McCullum High School.
McCullum High School, the Cowboys.
Mario Flores. Have you had Mario yet?
I haven't had Mario, bro.
Yeah, you should get
I need to get that guy. Yeah, he'd be a cool dude to have. Marc, so your dad was a musician.
Yeah.
Did you play any sports? Did you do anything else besides music as a young kid, or just music was your go-to?
I wanted to play football. So in middle school,
tú también.
I was skinny, and when this one dude just knocked the shit out of me, and then I was like, okay, yeah, I'm done with that. So I just played like basketball all growing up, just basketball. Even on the road with Emilio, we carried a court.
A basketball. You brought up Emilio. How many years were you with Emilio and Grupo Rio?
That was like the first time around was 92 to 98, and then 2010 to when he passed. So about 12, 13 years.
Bro. So you were with Emilio, like, you did the country tour too?
Oh, yeah. That was good times. That was an experience because we traveled all over the state.
With Alan Jackson, right?
I mean, yeah. I mean, not the state, the country.
Hey, bro, how different was that being around that industry, coming from being the mega stars in Tejano and then getting thrown onto... opening act for country.
Alan Jackson. That was really cool, man. We had good management, man. Like everybody was just pulling for us to get this tour. There was an opening slot, and then our management just went to town, and they were able to secure
And you guys would play all country during.
Oh yeah, because he had his Life Is Good album out of that.
Yeah, I know that.
So we played most of that, and then we did like Como Le Haré.
Y'all would play.
But it was only a 30-minute spot. Yeah, it was just like a 30-minute spot.
So y'all would just a little touch up Tejano so people knew your roots.
Just a little bit.
And how would the crowd react, dude? Like, I'm thinking you guys are playing in Boise, Idaho, right? And then all of a sudden,
and like it's like that record scratch.
Pete comes out with the accordion and starts, getting down. I'm like, how do people react to that?
Are these guys lost? Dude, it was a great reaction. Every night. So we were playing like coliseums and things like that. Uh-huh. So you're looking at 12 to 15,000 people, maybe 20. Alan would sell them all out.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, but we were the opening act, and first there was a guy named Wade Hayes, and then I think he did the first leg of the tour, and then the last leg of the tour, Leanne Rimes did it. But she was 16.
Hey, bro, so for 30 minutes... For a 30-minute show, you guys were partying like rock stars, huh?
Dude, it was like...
Like, let's be real. Were you partying like rock stars?
I drank a lot.
Marc,
I damaged myself on how much, I drank. I drank so much, I damaged myself.
For the people watching, bro, and people watch this show for stories like this.
All right.
Like,
give it to you.
Take us through what a typical day was. 2 typical days. I want to hear a typical day
on a travel day as well.
of you guys either playing at Hullabaloos in Houston, or you were getting ready to play here at Rosedale, or some big event, right? For Tejano, where y'all were the main chingones. Take us through a day of being with Rio and those times in the late 80s, early 90s. How was that? I told
you I was drunk all the time. No, just kidding.
No, but you got to remember something. You got to remember something.
Look, man, I remember this. I remember that every day was going to be fucking badass because we're going to go play music. That's first and for all, because we're all musicians and we just love our instrument, right? On that note, we were into playing a lot of basketball. Like, that was a big part of us. So we would pull the court out, and we would set a spare tire, hold it down, and we would play for like 2-3 hours, depending on the weather.
By the bus, wherever you're at.
Right by the bus, or at the hotel or whatever. We just set it up, play, And so that was very typical. And
so now you're at about 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock?
Yeah, exactly. And then we, got a bite to eat, and then we go back, do sound check. Once everything is set up, we'll go do a sound check, and then we'll come back to the hotel if we need to. If not, we just, we're already showered. We just stay in the bus the rest of the evening, and then that's when we start popping out the Jack Daniels.
That was my next question. Like, when would the alcohol come out and start? When would you?
Well, we definitely wanted to try to sweat some of that shit out, But man, I mean, just to.
So no beers, where y'all shooting?
Oh hoops? Yeah. Nah. Well, not me.
Yeah, y'all playing for real. That's when you know because you guys are real hoopsters because you ain't trying to bullshit. You ain't, it ain't like golf where you're trying to go out there.
Dude, we're 3-on-3. We got skins and we got shirts, and I'm trying to just and then sometimes we would rent gyms too. Like if we played on the Phoenix Suns gym. So like on the Alan Jackson tour, if we hit some of these stadiums, then we would go and play on their courts. Nice. Stuff like that. Yeah.
Hey, dude,
I forgot about that. Thanks for reminding me.
Was Emilio a baller?
Dude, that dude could shoot. He was like Ginobili.
Come on.
In the sense of he's ambidextrous, man. So he can shoot with either hand. He can literally post and shoot with either hand. We go bowling. He would do each one. Like my daughter, she does one hand and one, and then the other.
So
hand
Emilio was ambidextrous. He can do both.
Oh yeah, he can throw. He can do everything with both hands.
That's crazy, bro.
Even with football.
Marc, how old were you when you we haven't forgot about the date with Alan Jackson. You gave us a date through a Tejano thing, right? So before you go on stage, Jack Daniels comes out, start getting ready to warm up, your bands go on.
We're just I mean, I would have probably a couple shots, a couple beers, maybe some Jack and Coke. I don't know. Just mix it up, whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
But beer and a shot was normal.
That was a normal.
Yeah, Happy Meal. I call that a Happy Meal. 2 shots and a beer. Happy Meal. You see why I got sick? God, this guy, right?
Wow,
Happy
dude.
Meal.
And what about Emilio, bro? Would he partake in the same as you guys, or was he more,
Yeah, we were
relaxed?
all it wasn't. Okay, so let me kind of rephrase this. It wasn't balls to the wall party. It wasn't like that. It's more we're just kind of priming. You know what I mean? So we're just there in the bus,
just chilling
out, making a drinks, and then
little pre-flight.
And then we throw some music on a DVD, and he loved Van Halen, so a lot of Van Halen.
Before y'all would go play y'all stuff.
Yeah, and then just jam out to that, and then that was kind of he was priming us up, and then if we're at a festival, then we go walk around and get something to eat, come back, get dressed, go on stage. So it's not all that glamorous a lot of the times, man, but it's good times because you're with your brothers.
Jim Luna said, he goes, yeah, man, in Angleton, you guys used to play basketball before.
Right, Jim?
Before the gigs. I heard that about Emilio. He was an avid basketball player. He'd do a lot of pickup games, all over San Antonio, Being with Rio, bro, how old were you when you first got into the band?
Damn, I was 22. I was coming off of I was playing at Fiesta, Texas with Joe Posada.
So y'all were at a
so we had that ongoing
thing all the time.
We're playing every day.
Patsy Torres used to do it.
It was right there.
Okay, got you.
So Joe Posada, and we went and auditioned at North Star Mall because they were gonna have hey, new theme park coming into San Antonio, yada yada. Music bands and
come
musicians.
To North Park to audition.
Yeah, so at North Star Mall they had a little stage. And, and you just got up there with your band and you just played. And so we did that with Joe Posada, dude. And that's how we got the gig. And we started playing at Fiesta, Texas. And then I went a couple of seasons there. And then I went and did some recording at Raul's studio. That's how it all started. And then he knew I played sax. So once all that happened, then later on down the road, is when they had called me because they knew.
Do you remember where you were still at when Emilio called you?
I don't know where I was at. I was probably at home.
Marc, come on, bro. This is an important part of your... You're 22.
What? Well, at Fiesta, Texas, I was 19 and 20. You know what I mean?
So at 22 years old,
I don't know exactly where I was at, but yes.
You get the call from the Emilio Navaira.
From the Raul Navaira.
Oh, Raulito called you.
Raulito called me, and he says, "Hey, man, just want to see if you would be interested in playing with my brother." And I already had seen him a couple of times with David Lee. Mm-hmm. I hadn't seen Rio yet. I just knew him from David Lee.
Right.
And then so I was like, wow, this guy's pretty cool. He has a good voice, But yeah, when Raul told me, he says he just wanted to set up a meeting and at his studio. So we met up over there.
So where in the conversation of going to Rio does stranglers, boots, and hats ever come into play? For the fans watching, that's a question I want to like.
That's a tough one for me too, because I don't want to wear that
stuff.
I'm
playing with Joe Posada. I'm at Fiesta. I'm probably dressed more like, more GQ, right?
Or
and then Emilio calls.
Summerish.
Yeah, Emilio calls, and that's Cowboy hat and Wranglers, bro. Where does that conversation come?
No, it does. The conversation, but that's part of the deal. Like, I'm going in that band having to dress like everybody else and all that shit.
Hey, Marc, had you ever worn that stuff before?
No. I mean, I don't even wear it now. I mean, after I got out of the band, I stopped wearing that stuff.
Hey, so you were the guy wearing a cowboy hat, but hey, you got your hat on backwards, bro. Fix it.
Yes. Hey, your hat's crooked. Oh, shit.
Oh, shit, man. So that conversation, I mean, it's like you said, right? If you take yes to the gig, you know what the band is, so you're going to have to do. And how would that work? Again, I'm asking for the people watching. Like, did they give you your shirts and your outfits, or did you have like a plug somewhere? Like, hey, go over there. They're going to give you 4 pair of Wranglers, 5 shirts, and some boots?
Both. Yes. Like, they'll just say, hey, they're waiting for you over here, and just go grab, like, we need these shirts, these pants, and I'll just go, but they already knew. All they had to do was just, is it a medium, small, medium, just that kind of thing.
34, 32, yeah.
And then the jeans, too, boots, Tony Lama. We did a lot of that stuff. Yeah.
Bro, but I would have liked to have known you then to see how, your style and you being having like.
Hey, go to the back of the Southern Exposure Emilio album, Emilio Navaira, Southern Exposure. I have a long ponytail. I'm wearing the wrong jeans. But I'm wearing the right shirt. But I'm wearing the right shirt with a ponytail, my hair pulled back. I'm not about the cowboy hat, but...
Hey, Marc, you want that ponytail ahora?
Oh, man.
It's gone.
The good old days.
Oh, man. So you with Rio and Emilio, and you're doing the thing, bro.
Right.
What was your absolute favorite song to sing with Emilio Navaira?
Donde Andará. Because I like singing the harmonies to that one.
And you would sing like
Donde Andará.
But you were singing what, tercera, segunda, what were we?
On top. Well, because Emilio did all his harmonies. Okay. So, like if I would help Raulito, you know what I mean? Like we would share the harmonies on top.
Hey, double click on that D Navaira comment. That shit's hilarious.
What's she saying? I always thought Marc was such a rebel with the ponytail. Right.
Shout out to all the Familia Navaira, man. Thank you guys for tuning in. It means a lot to me that you guys tune in.
They're my family too.
Yo, bro.
They're serious, man.
Those guys.
I got pictures of all these kids being like...
The Navairas are such the humblest family, bro.
Yeah.
Like humble, man. All of them, bro. Emilio's boys, every time that I've seen them, they're so welcoming. They're nothing what you think of as musicians would be.
Right.
Because when I was a kid, I would go see you guys. And we talked about this a few shows back, how, back then, you guys, Tejano was so big that you guys, the fans didn't have access to you guys. You'd play, a couple of pictures, autographs, boom, get on the bus and, go. You wouldn't find you guys mingling with the crowd too much. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. The kind of the way it is now. But the Navairas, man, I mean, they're just a overall very, very humble family, man.
Yes, they are.
Let's see.
And they know I love them too.
Who else?
Right.
He was always fighting the dress code. Ray Martinez said you were always fighting.
You know, man, I wasn't trying. Like Destiny nailed it. Like the Rebel, but it was just more like, why are we dressing the same? That was the question for me. Like, why do we have to dress the same? Why can't we just all be on like the same page? Like, just tell us like we're definitely wearing blue jeans. Make sure we got some kind of white in the mix or something. You know what I mean? But no.
And we don't all have to wear a cowboy hat.
Yeah, then we could just. Yeah. And some of us like ponytails, man.
Oh, Mark, you were just trying to get out from wearing the Western wear. I know.
I'm serious, man. Go
that's
to that
what it
Southern
was,
Exposure album. You're gonna see me all messed up.
Well, saludos to everybody watching in Glendale, Arizona. Everybody watching from the Midwest, California, Florida. Thank you guys for tuning in. Mike Reyna, awesome show tonight. Memories and facts. You know that guy, Mike Reyna?
Who?
Mike Reyna?
Mike Reyna?
Yeah, you know everybody.
Well, I do. But hold on, Mike Reyna.
You're coming in.
I'm trying to go through the comments. Is that right?
You're right. Back in 1999, 2000, that's when I remember Emilio being there. Marc Martinez is laughing at death. Johnny Ramirez, at least Marc kept his boots on. Whoa, what does he mean by that?
Hey, they were on. My boots were on. Oh my gosh, Johnny. Hey, well, man, like we go back to, Johnny, man, Ramirez, man. So I'm so glad.
Ramirez,
I'm so glad he's here.
You know Johnny a long time?
Yeah.
Sometimes Johnny.
We ain't besties or anything.
No.
Yeah.
Well, I talk to him. Yeah, for the most part, sometimes on a daily basis. Maybe we'll go a couple of days, and then
he's an amazing guy.
Yeah, he's a great. If you're looking to buy a home, he's starting to sell houses.
Yes, he did.
You could buy a Harley and a house from Johnny right now. So, but no, man, I always tell him like, Johnny, you don't realize your footprint in Tejano music. He's very like, nah, bro. I just,
But I was nervous to ask him to give me an interview.
Why?
With Johnny?
To Johnny?
I just, because
I've
never done this before. I've never promoted my own album before. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's kind of like, I got nervous.
I got you.
He's a legend.
No, he is.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt.
No. He definitely is. So Rio, for 8 years, 9 years, and then you no more? Your first exit out of Rio was because
it was more about starting the family and getting that situated. So when I started focusing on that, which basically means get off the road and focus more, which is like get a job or whatever. All I really did was I started focusing the energy into my band and started building that up. And then as we go through the years, again, blessing from Emilio and Diego, they get me another position with this company I'm working with now. Mm-hmm. That's what I do now. So they have, and that's why I'm saying it's like they are family to me because of the fact on what
you just been around them your whole life,
right?
Pretty
exactly,
much.
right.
And Marc, let's go back to the day. How did that go? Was it just little by little you stopped playing with them, here and there, and then one day you just like I'm completely done, or was it a conversation you had with Emilio, with Raulito, or how did that go?
It was a conversation. It was. So when I decided, I'm going to go ahead and move on. It was like right after, because I remember us doing a Christmas party. We were doing a Christmas party with the band, and I had mentioned it. And when I had mentioned it to him, like later on, and that's funny because nobody knows this. So it broke my heart when I told him that I was going to get out of the band.
And you told him at the Christmas party, or this was like a few days? I think
it was no. I told him before the Christmas party, not at the Christmas party. But we had like an emotional kind of like, man, it kind of sucks that I'm going to be leaving kind of thing. You know what I mean? And that's when I really, really knew how badass of a person he really was. Because it's nothing lasts forever and you're going to leave the band. But it's also damn, it sucks because, we're just so used to working with each other and we created such a bond. He stood in my wedding. You know what I mean? So it was tough, man. It was it was a tough thing to do.
It's like being with your brother for a long time to say, you know, I got to call it quits, bro.
Mm-hmm. But then, you know.
But he understood?
Yeah. Oh, he was great about it, dude. Like, we stayed friends, dude. There was a time in my life that Emilio was just starting to play drums, and Diego too, and they were going to Michigan, and I had called Emilio, and that's one of the gigs I used to do with Emilio. But I'm out of the band at this point, right? And then, so I called Emilio and I just asked him, like, man, like, I need to work. You know, like, if you can give me anything, like, just to tag along, whatever. He goes, yeah, man. He goes, you know what? We're going to go to Milwaukee, you know, if you want to come
Mexican
with us.
Fiesta?
Yeah.
Yeah, shout
You
out
win.
to I've gone 2 years in a row.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was a question they asked earlier. I saw in the comments if you came with Emilio when he went to the Mexican Fiesta.
Yes. I was there 7 years in the very beginning. So I did all that stuff, right? And but yeah, he took me out there, man. You know, paid me, and he helped me make some money over the weekend and things like that. You know, so that's one of the things that I miss about him the most. Is just like he's got a heart of gold, man. You know what I mean? And it sucks that I just can't call him and say, hey, what's going on, dude? What's happening? Let's do a gig, you know, or something.
Before we go on to more stuff, you like, again, we're gonna get deep, man. You guys were just barely touching the surface, but you know, a big part of who you are was Grupo Rio, was Emilio Navaira. Yeah. Where were you when you found out that he had been in an accident, Marc?
Emilio called me. So I was playing with another band. Little Emilio.
Yeah.
So I'm coming back from Arkansas. I was playing with another band. Cover band. We were doing an event out, and they would travel, man, all over the place. So we were coming back from Arkansas. It was on that Easter Sunday. Emilio calls me and tells me, you know, that his dad was in an accident. So so what I did was, as soon as I got home, it was kind of we still had about 6 or 7 hours left on our drive.
Yeah, from Arkansas, that's still away.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So we got home, and Emilio knew my dad like really well. So my dad worked in the music store, like I said. Emilio would go buy stuff for the kids there and buy for my dad, all that good stuff. And then I told my dad, I go, hey, man, Emilio wants me to come in, so I'm going to go tomorrow morning. So you want to go with me? Let's go. And so we went. We went to Houston, and I saw him. You know, I saw him there. And I was like, wow. You know, it was just, you know, I was like, man, shit, hope he can survive this, you know. But without going deeper into that, that's, you know, basically like that kind of bond that we had, you know what I mean? And that's just kind of like where we
I mean, you're just like you're having your brother now.
My brother, dude. He's
you know
my
what
brother.
I mean?
Yeah, like for real. It hurts.
And one more, Marc. Do you still remember your last conversation with him?
Mm-hmm. I think. Well, the actual conversation, no. We were just coming off a gig. We came off a gig. We got back, and then he was doing gigs in Mexico. Mm-hmm. So the following week, he was going to be in Mexico, and he has a band out there as well.
He had a band here and a band over there, right?
Yeah. Right. And then, so Pete Ibarra would go with him. So Pete was able, like Pete has a deeper story, or not so much, well, in the sense of that he was just with Emilio, like a couple days prior.
Right.
Yeah, me, it was like we hadn't done a gig in 2 weeks, or we're on that second week because he was.
Were you home when you got that phone call?
Yeah, again, Emilio calls me and tells me, and I'm just like, fuck, and it broke my heart. Yeah,
it's crazy, man.
That was a tough one. That's because it's not just the gigs, man. You know, it's like all the other stuff, and then, you know, when they're gone, it's like you miss them, and like you know you want to like do some of that stuff again with, you know, because there were good times. There were good times.
A lot of basketball.
A lot of basketball.
That's for sure, man.
Yeah, dude.
So you know, no more Rio. You know, Marc, he just, you know, after losing Emilio, did you take a little break? Like, did you lose your maybe, sometimes when something happens to people like that, they lose their motivation to do what they love, right? Because it reminds you so much of what you do. Where'd you put your focus to? What'd you start doing after that?
The one thing, we all have as our families, you know what I mean? So family's cool. The kids were still small. We're already on what year? We're going on year 8.
He's been gone?
Yeah. 2016.
Yeah.
May 23rd is when we buried him.
Yep.
2016. So we're going to go on 8 years. So I just, the kids were small, and then just work, man. Still at that point, we still did gigs outside of Emilio because, again, he would go have his band in Mexico, and when he's booked in Mexico, then we're open, our calendar's open. So we can book and do whatever we want.
You could do your
and make it work.
Gigs,
you know what I mean? Make it work.
And what's your true love? Out of all the music genres that you know and that you played, what is Marc Martinez's true love as far as music? If you had to pick one,
man, I don't know, because all those styles, like, they're just
Marc
meshed into.
You can only pick one.
I can only pick one.
You can only pick one. And it's for your fans watching. They want to know what music, if you had to just pick one, if they tell you, hey, Marc, you know what? Okay. This keyboard,
I'm a piano
starting
player.
Tomorrow, can only play one type of music for the rest of its time. What is it going to be?
It would be something that would follow along the lines of like Stevie Wonder and like Elton John, stuff like that.
So
I just want to, like my thing, like, and another answer to that question is that when I'm with this guy, whether I'm pitchy, if I'm singing a wrong note or whatever, when I'm on my instrument, I connect with my instrument. And so you're going to hear the good notes and you're going to hear the bad notes because I'm just going to just be in this element.
What? Show me a little.
Does that make any sense?
Show me something a little jazzy of it for the people watching.
How about
something
this? Let's do.
I just see all these knobs, bro.
Is there some keyboard, or did I turn it on?
No, it's on. He just got it.
It's muted.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me jam out some Elton. Is that cool? I jam out some Elton?
Dude, jam it, bro. Some people say. Every time I hear a keyboard, that's what I start doing.
Okay. Job is bad knock. Me stand up. I'm telling you, I connect. I'm gonna connect with my instrument. No, I'm just kidding. I need to stand up. Thank you, brother, for letting me be on your show.
No, bro, it's
I really appreciate it, man.
The pleasure's mine, brother. Honestly, the pleasure's mine. The more I got to know about you, just the more intrigued I was.
Thank you, brother.
Because sometimes, Marc, we get a lot of we'll get the vocalist on here, the main guy from the band, and people love that, right?
Right.
But sometimes it's good to talk to the guy that's the meat and potatoes, right? The main, la mera crema from the band, right?
Well, I'll tell you what, man. I love my instrument. I love playing it. So whatever I can provide, to music lovers out there, that's what I want to do.
I got you.
All right, here we go. Together, spotlights hitting something, would change the weather. We killed that fatted calf tonight to stick around. Gonna hear electric music, all of all the sound. Oh, Kenny and Ronnie overview him, yeah. And no, but they're so spaced out.
Benny and the Jets. And all the wit and they're wonderful. Oh, Benny's really keen. She's got electric boots, mocha suit, you know we're ready in a magazine. Oh no, Benny and the Jets. Hey kids, plug into the faithless. Maybe they'll be blinded, but Benny makes them ageless. We shall survive, let us take ourselves along. Gonna hide our parents in the street to find us who right or wrong. Oh, Kenny and Ronnie, oh, have you seen them yet? And no, but they're so spaced out. Benny and the Jets. No, they're wit and they're wonderful. Oh, Benny's really keen. She's got electric boots, broken suit, you know we're ready in a magazine. No, no, Benny and the Jets. No, Kenny and Ronnie, oh, have you seen them yet? No, but they're so spaced out. Benny and the Jets. And oh, they're wit and they're wonderful. Oh, Benny's really keen. She's got electric boots, mocha suit, you know we're ready in a magazine. Oh, no. Benny and the Jets.
Y'all can help me out if y'all want.
Hey, I'm over here. Like you put me in a
Benny.
There you go.
Benny. Benny. Benny and the Jets. Benny, 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 Benny and the Jets.
And
the crowd goes wild.
Hey, Mark, don't sit down. Don't sit down. You in a groove. I'm gonna put you on the spot, right? Since you don't have an accordion, right? We started now when I have a musician on. We do a Wacky Wednesday test, so to say.
All right.
So we throw a song at you, and you don't necessarily have to sing it. Maybe you can hum it, but I want to see if you can jam it.
If I have to find chords. Okay, so what song is it?
Well, no, that's what I mean. Are you ready? I imagine you good with it. You ready to play? You could try. Okay,
I don't mind trying.
Okay. All right. Well, before we do that, people want to know, what other instruments do you play?
I started off playing drums when I was little. So the drums, piano, sax. That's when I was playing with Emilio. I was playing my sax with Emilio. That was part of it. And I love playing bass. Like, I want to be a bass player.
Can you play the accordion?
I'll do it like a Michael Salgado. I'll do it like Mikey.
Hey, un saludos to everybody watching. My good friend, Mr. Juan Hernandez, watching from Moses Lake, Washington.
What?
Moses Lake, Washington.
Brother.
So are you? I don't know if you're ready, man. I don't know if you're ready for this, right? So, can you play me some Boys to Men?
Oh, some Boys to Men?
Yeah.
No, I don't know any Boys.
Right away, he said no.
Well, I don't know any Boys to Men.
There you go.
I don't know any Boys to Men.
Nothing.
No.
Okay.
I mean,
So Michael Jackson. Damn it, Bumper. I didn't know we were going to do this kind of shit on the show.
Which is the Michael Jackson that we do? Okay, hold on a second. So.
Ah, okay. So we'll skip the challenge. Let me ask you, if Marc's in his studio at home and he's chilling, and he's in his own zone, he just drank an ice cold Dr. Pepper, you're in your zone. What are you gonna jam to? What are you gonna play?
If I'm going to rehearse, like lately, what I've been doing a lot is like working on like material for like church, material for the band, like if we're learning new songs or we have songs to learn. So that's kind of the norm. What I'm like, I don't sit around on my, or not sit around, but I don't get on my board like I want to. But if I'm doing some like personal stuff, it's gonna be something like real chordal kind of thing.
Easy like Sunday morning?
Something like easy.
There you go, primo. Somebody asked for that. There you go, Eddie. You read my mind.
I know it sounds funny, but I just can't stand the pain. Girl, I'm leaving you tomorrow. Seems to me, girl, you're not all I can. You see, I big store and I borrowed, yeah. Ooh, yeah, that's why I'm easy. Said I'm easy like Sunday morning. Girl, I'm easy. Said I'm easy like Sunday morning. Oh, man.
That's amazing, bro. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. You guys make some noise right here for my guest, Mr. Marc Martinez, right?
You're too generous, my friend.
Marc, before we get into Bumpers Wacky Wednesday, we gotta be able to pay a little bit of the bills. But before we get into that, let's talk about the video, dude.
Yes.
That video, if you guys haven't, dude, it's La Negra Tomasa. La Negra Tomasa.
It's a remake,
bro. But the video is bad, bro. Like you guys did a good job on the video. You know what? I don't ever show videos. People always give me a hard time. Like, Bump, you don't show enough videos. We're tired of hearing you talk. Well, guess what? Tonight, you guys get a break. We're going to shut up, and you guys are going to get hopefully, nobody kicks us off. That's the reason that I kind of stay away from some of the things is because when you play music, that's what do you call it, people like to they end up cutting us off. You know what I mean?
That happened to me a couple of times.
So let's hope that doesn't happen, right? Maybe let's do like maybe 3/4 of the video, and you can't. It's not like a song where you can just bring it down, right? The video is just gonna go away. But I don't want to play it all because I think if we do play it all, I think.
Well, you can definitely see the whole thing on our YouTube channel as well, and we'll
on YouTube. Yeah. Let's play it, Eddie. Right here, guys.
Estoy tan enamorado de la negra Tomasa, y cuando se va de casa triste me pongo. Estoy tan enamorado de la negra Tomasa, que cuando se va de casa triste me pongo. Ay, 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 esa negra linda que me tiene loco, que me come poquito a poco. Esa negra linda que me tiene loco, que me come poquito a poco. Estoy tan enamorado de mi negra preciosa, que cuando se va de casa triste me pongo. Estoy tan enamorado de la negra preciosa, que cuando se va de casa triste me pongo. Ay, 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 esa negra linda que me tiene loco, que me come poquito a poco. Esa negra linda que me tiene loco, que me come poquito a poco. No, no, no.
Wow.
Great job, Eddie.
Dude. You guys might have recognized a few people in that video right there.
Yeah.
But it's super cool to see Chris Pettis on there, right? The homie Chris
Yes.
Pettis. Dude, that guitar solo was freaking killer, bro.
Yeah, dude, that was like the missing piece because we had this driving cumbia going on, right? And
Yeah.
and I was like, man, this would be the first, like we were all talking about, me, Emilio, and Palomo.
Yeah.
Because we're the ones that did the album, the whole album together. And so we were like, yeah, man, Chris would just shred this. You know what I mean? So talk to Chris. And I go, hey, man, can you lay a guitar track down?
How does the conversation go? Send me the song first. How did I know? Send me the song first. If I like it, maybe I'll mess with it. If you don't hear back from me, that probably means that I'm not going to do it.
Hey, I feel honored and privileged because you're exactly right.
I know.
You're
Hey,
exactly
shout out to
right.
Chris Pettis, man.
Thank you, Chris. My brother.
He's an awesome guy, man.
Oh,
awesome
man. He's
guy.
been great.
Guys, let us know what you thought about the video, man. We got about 3/4 of the way through it, but send us
No, we
comments. It's
finished it.
great.
No,
it
we
was all. It
finished
was all of it. That was all of it.
Yeah, that was the whole entire
cool.
thing.
Cool.
And so yeah, like if you guys enjoy the video, or you might come back and replay this broadcast again. But yeah, if y'all enjoyed, just please go to our Facebook. All of our social media. Our Instagram is Marc MTZ
keys, like keyboards. So MarcMtzkeys, and you can go find us on Facebook, Instagram, and then of course our YouTube channel. And you can find all that stuff there too as well. And just like and share.
I want to give a saludos to a good friend of mine who is not Mexicano, not Chicano, not Tejano.
Puro Julio?
No.
No? Okay.
He's Filipino.
Okay.
100%.
Nice.
Our good friend Mick Doza, who's watching from Las Vegas, Nevada.
Mick,
M-I-K.
What's up, Mick?
Doza. He's a big Chris Pettis fan. So I guarantee you right now, he just... I'm gonna keep it PG.
Well, go ahead and
but
post
he just
it, brother.
saw the video and he's probably like, "Oh my god," because he loves keyboards and
Nice.
Chris Pettis. He follows Chris Pettis. So shout out to our good friend Mick Doza, who's always supporting Bumpers Wacky Wednesday. Man, to everybody tonight, man. My good friend Mr. Matt Maya, thanks for tuning in. Erma Estrada, Larry Orona, Lee Hernandez, Desi Betancourt Garcia. Desi, I think today was your birthday, you know? Maybe it was the other day. Maybe it was
Happy
today.
birthday.
Happy birthday. I know it was here in the last couple of days. I saw it on Facebook. So happy birthday. Let's see. Our good friend, Mr. Steven Martinez. Watch this. Steven. Oh, he changed the camera. Golly. Put it back on me. Put it back on. Steven, I still owe you a phone call. It's like, it's been 2 weeks. Man, that's my life, bro. I owe everybody a phone call, man.
I feel you.
Was the video shot in McAllen? No, it was shot in Devine, Texas.
It was Devine, Texas. Yes, sir. Devine, Texas. It was. It's just like I'm just so fortunate to have such great people, man, in my life. So DJ Fellows is the director of the video, and he was the one that he does a lot of like real estate. So he takes his cameras and he does a lot of the angles.
The perfect house.
Yeah, and they hire him to go do that.
Yeah.
And so he just like, we could probably use this house to shoot the video. They got a pool in the back. They got that. I'm like, he goes, and the vision that I have is this and this and that. And I'm like, oh, wow. Okay, cool. See, I've never really experienced that before. Again, I'm always on the
you show up, put the keyboards, you do what we say.
And then when you're ready, then, you know.
Yeah.
So he already had complete direction and everything, and he was just kind of putting us where we need to be. But it was him that was able to get us that beautiful home, which they're raffling. We got to get that information. I'll post it later. Wait a minute. That home, they're raffling that home.
Dude, nobody like that. I know. Bro, we're on Facebook and YouTube. The word is waffle. They're waffling it. They're not right, Eddie? See, no, they're gonna kick us off, bro. He's saying words. They're gonna ban the show.
Is that a bad word?
Yes, bro. It's worse than saying the F word. You can't say raffle. You gotta say waffle.
Rattle.
It's a waffle.
It's a waffle. Oh my gosh, really?
Hey, bro,
it's that bad?
How can somebody waffle a house?
Well, you get a little bit of syrup, you know.
Bro, I don't know. I don't know if I could pay $10,000 for a ticket, not knowing that I'm gonna win a house or not.
I know.
That's rough, man.
But they're gonna do that. And well, anyway, so bottom line is that we were able to use that home. House. Yeah, and then when the sun starts going down, that's when the colors will change because the home itself is like a white. It's a white.
Well,
home.
next time you need a house with the pool, nice backyard. I know some friends of mine. They don't live too far from me, and they do videos. I mean, you could find Tejano music videos. You just go to Tejano TV. You'll probably see their house like 2 or 3 times with like 4 different bands. Shout out to our good friends Eddie and Laura. Their backyard has been in multiple Tejano music videos, right?
Bad.
But speaking of Tejano music and Tejano videos, man, I couldn't do the show without a few people in my life, man.
All right.
And so I'd like to talk about them right now. If you guys would give me the chance. This is Catholic School Week, and one that I hold near and dear to my heart is Mount Sacred Heart School, because my son, my 9-year-old's in 3rd grade, he goes there, right? And they're going to have an open house this Saturday, January 27th from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. If you know, Catholic school is, and you don't necessarily have to be Catholic, but their education system is just out of this world. That's really all I can say about it. They're one of the very few schools that train nuns to become teachers. I want to say I think they're the only one in Texas that has nuns that come in that they're training to become teachers. But they have a monastery program. It's just an overall great atmosphere, great school, small classrooms, small. So if you guys are interested, make sure that you guys hit up Mount Sacred Heart School, save your place in line this week, and you get out there Saturday and go check out the open house at Mount Sacred Heart School. And then this guy, you love playing the sax. Ricky Ray. So there's finally somebody on here that knows, hey, puro vibra. It's all about the vibra, right?
Yes,
Ricky Ray, the realtor. You're looking to buy, sell, or, fix your credit. Anything to do with buying a home. Hit up my buddy Ricky Ray, 956-424-5724. And I want to thank you guys, all the viewers that, he's been a sponsor for over a year. And we've been getting a lot of people that are fans of Wacky Wednesday buying homes through Ricky Ray. So Ricky Ray, thank you, man. I really appreciate that. So hit him up, 956-424-5724. Then after you buy the house, of course, you got to protect it, or maybe you want to put solar panels on. If that's the case, you got to hit up my girl, right? Miss Di Marie. She works for Vivint Smart Home. She can help you with cameras outside, inside. Wherever you want a camera, she can find a way to secure your home and also do solar panels. And then if you want gear, right? You want to buy Bumpers Wacky Wednesday merchandise. Yes. Bobby Polido, he does merchandise for you name it, bro. He does it for a lot of people. Our good friend, Mr. Gilbert Alaman, the Gipster, 832-546-5856. I don't care how much you're paying for them to make your t-shirts. He will beat that price. Call him up, hit him up. And then for all my veterans that are watching, I got a lot of veterans that watch the show week in and week out, and I greatly, greatly appreciate you and thank you for your service. But if you're a veteran with a disability and you're not to where you want to be, you're at 30% and you think you deserve 50 or 60% disability, hit up my boy, retired Sergeant Major Oscar Ornelas. You can take a picture of the QR code. It'll take you to all his information. But hit him up. There's his information right there on the screen, and let them know that Bumper sent you. He will take extra care of you. I promise you. He has helped multiple veterans that watch the show, so that makes me feel great. So again, Sergeant Major Oscar Ornelas. This weekend, I'll be in Beeville, Texas, Marc. Right? The 27th, this Saturday, I'll be in Beeville, in my hometown of Beeville, Texas, at the Chickasaw Club. Tickets are sold out. Pre-sale tickets are absolutely sold out. There's no more pre-sale tickets. You can only pay at the door. There is still plenty of room left for you guys to come in. So if you're in Beeville, Goliad, Refugio, Three Rivers, George West, Mathis, Skidmore, Kennedy, Carn City, San Antonio, you want to go see Lucky Joe, this Saturday at Chickasaw in Beeville, Texas, I'll be there. I'll be hosting, man, with my good friend Keith Liao. Also, a new group, bro, that I had here not too long ago, Grupo Básico from Corpus. They'll be there opening up. So make sure you guys come back and check us out. And then on Fridays, you like carnitas?
Oh, yeah.
I love carnitas, bro. Our good friends, Carnitas Uruapan. They're at 945 South Austin Street at the Matador Plaza in Seguin, Texas. They start opening at Fridays at 6 o'clock. If you're in Seguin area, make sure you go get your carnitas tacos or your buche or your tripas. They do it all, man. Make sure you let them know that you heard it right here on Bumpers Wacky Wednesday. And then, of course, my good friend, if you guys haven't downloaded, you need to download. He's up for an award at Tejano Mundial with this album that he had the help of with the David Lee Garza, Los Musicales. It's an album dedicated to his son who he lost tragically last year. MC2, Mónico Cortés, Mi Hijo, Mi Ángel. He's got a song on the charts right now as well off this album. Make sure you guys download it and show him some love. He would greatly, greatly appreciate it. And then Quarter Moon Productions. We were talking about him, Marc.
Rudy?
Quarter Moon Productions, Jim Luna, where the moon meets the stars.
Jim Luna.
Right? Jim Luna, the Mafia Mania, coming in April, hosted by yours truly, Bumper Gomez, Los Musicales, Marcos Orozco, and my homies, Mike Gonzalez and Iconics. It's going to be an epic night. You don't want to miss it. If you're looking to be a sponsor, Mr. Luna's still taking room for sponsors. It's going to be a big, big event. So if you're a business and you're trying to get your business out there, you want to see it in more people's faces, hit up my boy Jim Luna at Quarter Moon Productions and get your logo up on here and get ready for Mafia Mania coming this April 2024. Oh, do you still go to Thirsty Horse?
Thirsty Horse?
Yeah.
Yeah, I play every once in a while.
It's a good time, man. Sunday, February 4th. David Lee Garza's birthday bash again with the homies Mike Gonzalez Iconics. Have you seen them live?
No,
We're going to talk about them. And David Lee Garza, Los Musicales. You can never go wrong with David Lee Garza, Los Musicales. Next Sunday, February 4th. You guys come out and check us out. I'll be there live. It's going to be a great, great time at Thirsty Horse because you get your pre-sale tickets right now, or you can always pay at the door. But it's going to be David Lee Garza's birthday bash. Eddie, how'd I do, Eddie? Eddie grazed me, guys.
Yeah,
he grazed me on the commercials.
B+.
Dumb. So this is his second time producing.
Nice.
And he came in here saying, hey, Bump, toda esta la chingada with podcasts. He's been watching podcasts all week. He's trying to figure out how to get the rhythm going. And I appreciate that.
Hey, that's badass, man.
You're trying to master your craft. You know what I'm saying?
We need you. Because when I had my podcast, dude, I was doing everything. I was switching. Oh my gosh, man!
You were doing all kinds of stuff.
Everything. Like I was doing his job too, and
I got you.
That's why you can see all the mistakes. Hey, but real quick on Jim Luna, he had brought up something here real quick, and he was saying to let Marc know about the George Lopez thing. So we were here in San Antonio, and Jim's cool, man, because he tries different things.
Yeah.
That's what I love about Jim, dude. And he says, hey, Marc, you want to come down to, I think he said Richmond or something, but near the Houston area and, open up for George Lopez. And
you could take it off and take it back on.
Yeah.
Are we frozen? I'm sorry.
Okay.
Are we frozen on that middle one?
I think we're good.
We're good? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so we get out there to Houston and, man, we do a little, we actually did like a little, homage to Emilio as well on that, and we had Joaquin Okura singing on that, and then we had P.D. Bada playing with our band X Factor. So it was a cool combination of what Jim was doing. But yeah, man, that's a solo shout out to Mr. Jim Luna and all that good stuff. And yeah, it looks like we're operating really good here. So yeah, man. So he wants me to keep going. I don't even know what to say, but thank you for watching, and be sure you go to my YouTube channel, please, our X Factor YouTube channel. And it's all on my social media. And, please go check out the video again with Chris Perez, La Negro Tomasa. And also to maybe like and subscribe, share. We're just trying to grow over here as musicians, just trying to grow. Yes. And he's he's making me talk. All right. So then I might as well have my own podcast. Eddie, why don't you come over here so I can interview? Well, yeah, man. Thank you so much, Bumper, for having me. So, also, I'm also just plug it. If y'all need a band, anytime. Should be good. Hold on. I have the Road Dukes band. We have X Factor bands. So if you guys need anything for your corporate event, just let me know, and I'll be more than happy to share some information with you guys, what we're about, and things like that. We do a lot of fiesta, things like of that nature. We'll do private parties, weddings, corporate events, backyard parties. Whatever y'all want to do, just give me a ring. Again, we'll share my social media. I'll be responding to some of these messages here a little bit later. And thank y'all guys for engaging with our conversation. This is pretty cool. Very cool.
Go to some of the comments on there.
Okay, let me go to some of the comments. There you go.
Give some shout outs there on the...
Jim Luna says, Quarter Moon Productions, where the stars meet the moon. Orale. All right, Jim. Thank you for the birthday shout out from Desi. And let me see. Letty's got some waffles on there. David De La Garza from La Mafia.
He's on there. Shout out to
David's
Dave.
on.
He's going to be mad. He's going to be like,
dude,
how come you haven't had me on the show
dude,
yet?
Super Dave. I love that guy. He came into town and did a gig here in San Antonio about a month and a half ago. Early in the morning, man. It was like a 10 a.m. thing. Let me see. All right. Velma Lopez. Looks like that $1 million home in Divine. What? She knows it. Velma, you're correct. You just have to buy merch from the owners to enter Bump. So there you go. You're getting from Desi. She's letting you know how to waffle. How to get into the waffle.
Oh, she wants to get into the waffle.
Yeah, she's helping. Yeah, because she recognized the home. Rick Valderrama says, let Eddie Hernandez sing. David Lee Garza's birthday again. Nice, man. Angel Valdez. Angel. Oh, hell yeah, Marc. Sounded great, bro. I'm going to all your social media pages right now to check it out. Thanks, man. Yeah, I'm gonna block you. All right. Should I do a song?
Good.
Are we good, brothers?
Hey, that's how we do. It's a live show, bro.
We're live.
Happens and we make it happen, bro. We make it happen.
We made it happen.
Yeah, we make it happen. That's for sure.
Nice.
So we're back and we're live and Bumper's here and it's not crooked. And if it is, we're sorry. But hey, it's a live show. Thank you guys. Hey, bro, you did a good job. You act like you've done a podcast before or something.
Hey, man, really, I was kind of running out of things to say.
Hey, you know, I was having a conversation with my good friend at work, and I said, you know how hard it is to do things. How did musicians say? Is it off the cuff, right? You know, many people think that it's an easy thing to do, man. It's not, bro. It's like when you have a certain amount of time to talk,
like a podcast.
What a podcast? Like I've done an award show where they're like, "Hey, man, we don't have a script. You have to." I call it shooting from the hip. You got to go up there and be just absolutely raw, and you know what I mean. And just be natural, right? And you got to eat up time, and you got to make sure that people are on board. It's tough, bro.
Hey, brother,
it's tough.
Much respect, because I know exactly how just
how much it takes to do something. Yeah.
Because you want to pull off a great show, like all the time. But but when you have limited resources, then man, you're doing this on your own. That's why, man, for sure.
When we started the show and we were talking about Marc's time with Emilio, and if those of you have been watching with us since then, he really punctuated something that that he did very seriously, and that was drink. He drank quite a bit. I mean, enough to where it got you sick, man.
Mm-hmm.
And people are like, Bumper, you usually have a drink, and you guys heard me say, hey, I was being I was respecting you,
mm-hmm.
right? Even though I know that you don't expect people not to drink because you're around, but for me, it's just a respectable thing to do, right?
Thank you.
And so I think a lot of people can connect with you when it comes to going through something like that. Maybe it's not. Maybe alcohol is a form of a drug, right? It's a
yeah. You definitely build an addiction to
it, right? Mm-hmm. And so people, you might maybe not alcohol, maybe you have an addiction to something else. But I really wanted to talk about, if that was okay with you, Marc, I would really like to.
Oh, dude, the more we talk about it, the better.
Yeah, I want the people to know that it ain't roses. It ain't perfume and roses all the time as a musician and living the fast life and stuff like that. It can really take a toll on your body, man.
Mm-hmm.
It takes not only a toll on your body, but it can take a toll on you mentally with your family. It affects so many different things, man.
Yeah.
And the more I read about you and the more I did my little and here's the thing, Marc. People think that I just Google people and
you won't find anything on me.
No. But you got to know people. Like, hey, man, you knew Marc? Yeah, man, the dude's an amazing musician, but I think he's been sober a few. Like, okay, you know about him, and you've talked about it. I've seen you talk about it in interviews. I've seen you bring it up before. If you follow you on social media, you always post your annual thing where you get the coin, right? You get so many years of being sober, and that's a hard thing to do, man. It really is. Can you say that you could still have a great time, be the musician you are, and produce the music that fans want to hear without a drop of alcohol?
Yeah, 100%. But it takes its course and it takes its time. Like you don't go from I'm not gonna drink anymore. The next day cold turkey. It's trying to quit cold turkey. It's just the whole mental, the capacity that it takes in your mind to say, if I don't stop this shit, I'm gonna die. Like that kind of stuff. Like that's where I put myself in that position because of how much I drank, and because when I had my first episode of just like getting really, really sick, I don't want to get too graphic, but getting really sick, and I had to go to the hospital. Like I was there for like over a week, you know, and they were just like I had swelling all in here, and it's because my liver got cirrhosis. So when I got cirrhosis of the liver, that's when all the complications. But I mean, obviously your body can take a beating, and you're not like you're still living this life, you know, and then eventually it catches up, and then it takes you down, and then you got to like find a way to fight back. And then that's when you start going to these, you know, it's like some people have always said, I've heard this, I don't know, countless times. Like, why does it take somebody to fall rock bottom to start going up? Because it takes somebody to hit rock bottom before they can start coming up. That's his bottom line, because you don't know where else to go because you've hit that bottom, and you're just like, what am I going to do? Am I just going to go ahead and just drink and then kill myself? Like, is that going to be my life?
Not a lot of people do that, though, man.
You know what? Yeah, I know.
Especially in our cultura, man, that happens quite a bit. Yep. And this is the reason I wanted to bring it up, because, you know, you could touch somebody who's watching tonight that's maybe struggling with something, right? Mm-hmm. It's a very tough thing to deal with. Mm-hmm. Again, I brought up your family. You know, you got a family, and it just destructs everything, bro. It just tears everything down. And I've never really dealt with any addiction. I mean, I drink, but I can go months without drinking.
Right.
My good friend Eddie's here. I mean, I can go to his house. This dude has every top shelf liquor from here to I don't know where. I mean, they got good shit. And Eddie, what am I drinking at your house?
Whiskey,
or if I don't feel like drinking, what am I drinking?
Kool-Aid,
Hawaiian Punch, right? You know, I can get Hawaiian Punch wasted, bro. Like, and if you ask any of my close friends, the reason I asked, do you have to drink to have a good time?
No,
you don't have to.
No, you don't have to, man. Like, but the only like, and I say, but not that there's like a negative response to it. What I'm saying is that the but means that you have to just accept it and want to change. You don't just go and change. Like, it doesn't work like that. Like, I've had my wife tell me over and over again, you know, like because I'm sober now, right? So let's say something comes up and she's remembering something from the past, right? And she'll say, you see, I tried to tell you that, but you wouldn't listen to me. No. And it's not like it's not that you're not listening. It's that you don't want to stop. Like you don't want it to end. You're going to keep doing what you want to do. So, yeah. So there's no stopping anybody. It's like you have to want to do it. Like what happened to me was I got sick. And if you don't stop, you're going to die. And if you die, then what? You know, I got my kids. Like, you know, I'm going to leave all that to drink, to get fucked up. Nah.
That's crazy.
Not like that. That's a bad way to go out. But, I mean, everybody's thought process is different. You know what I mean? So I consider myself one of the lucky ones. Like, I consider myself, like, if I didn't just dive headfirst into, like, my faith, and stuff like that's what took me out.
I mean, if you have good faith, man, that's a good base to get out of anything.
Yeah,
for sure, man. And Marc, how long did it take you to be completely sober?
All right, so I got a DUI, right? I got a DUI, 2018. So I got sick in 2017, August of 2017. Then I tried to go. So I said, okay, I'm not gonna drink anymore. And I go about 5 or 6 months, and then I got off, right? And I started drinking a little bit. Boom, got pulled over with a DUI. So now I'm sick. I got a DUI now. And then through the course of my the first 6 months of my DUI, and that was my second. So, you know, I was already in trouble once before. So then that, like the judge, you know, slaps you and he says, okay, this is your second one.
Yeah.
Right? Sorry, I should be looking at you guys. And so that's the second one that I'm getting hit with, right? And during that whole course, you know, just being in jail and all that, just like, what am I doing here? Why am I here? And you just got sick. I mean, you're sick. And, you know, you're trying to drink again. Now you're getting yourself a DUI. And then even past that, I get out of jail. I go about 4 or 5 months, and I started trying to, like, drink again. And then, like, yeah, I'm on an 18-month probation. So I'm triggering warnings to the court office because I'm still trying to drink. And I'm blowing into, you know what I mean? And then, so the judge finally says, all right, I'm going to put an ankle monitor on you. So he slaps an ankle monitor on my leg. And he says, this is the last draw. If you drink again, you're going to go to jail. Like, that's it, right? So that was September 23rd, 2018.
That's wild, man.
And if you're true, if you're on your sobriety, on your recovery, then you should know your sober date.
So how many years has it been now?
5.
5 years.
5 this past September 23rd.
Let me shake your hand on that, bro.
Thank you,
badass,
brother.
man. That's badass, bro.
Thank you.
There's a comment here from Jimmy Edward Trevino.
Jimmy.
He said, brother, I'm all honesty, you inspired me. I haven't quit drinking completely, but I've slowed down a lot. In 5 months, I'm 40 pounds lighter and feel so much better.
Yeah.
See, that's what I mean, bro. That's what I tell people all the time. Like, you know, yeah, social media is great. You know, if you use it for what it's for, it's a great thing. But things like this is what we don't ever talk about what it does.
Yeah.
If you share your life, your ups and your downs, not just your ups. And, you know, a lot of people live this Facebook life. And, you know, if you know them personally, like, no, hombre, vato, chale. You know that? Yeah, puro pedo. You know what I'm saying? But in all actuality, like, when you share people with your ups and downs, people, they not that the word's not dig it. They don't dig it, but they can learn from it.
Oh, yeah.
Or they see themselves in you, like, you know what, man, I'm not the only one going through this.
Yes.
Right? If he can do it, I can do it. Man,
all that.
You know, shout out to that guy. He said, you know, he was honest,
All
said
that.
he hasn't stopped completely, but he really slowed down because you made him stop to think about what he's doing. You know, and that's why I said, like, when I go out, man, you know, people offer me a beer or a drink, and I'll have it, right? Like, I love micheladas. Micheladas are, you offer me a michelada, I'm not turning it down. Just throw that out there. You bring me a michelada,
Oh, man,
I'm not turning that down.
Sunday Bloody Marys, brother.
Michelada
Brisket.
and bullet bourbon. Those two are my weaknesses.
Sounds so good right now.
But can I go weeks and without it? I can go weeks without it.
Yeah.
I don't need it. Marc, do you think that some people believe that things like drugs and alcohol, it's in your DNA? Are you a believer of that or not? Not that you've been through it, you've been sick. Do you think that it's like a learned behavior, or it's like you just have an addicting? There's something that gets you easily addicted to substances that runs in your blood. Are you a believer of that, or you think it's all mentally?
I do believe in, like, habitual type stuff. You know, like, through my course of quitting, I've smoked a shitload of cigarettes. You know, because you know what I mean.
You gotta find something else.
Sugar.
Yeah,
sugar does it. So, like, I have a sweet tooth, you know, but again, you know, it's one of those. Okay, so when you're in the recovery stage of everything and you're going for it, right? The beautiful thing. Well, number one, let's just talk about alcohol, like, really, really, really quick. That shit is poison. Bottom line. Like, it destroys the inside of your body. Yeah, you're catching a buzz and blah, 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 and whatever, right?
Yeah, there's people drinking, watching the show right now.
Yeah,
and
no,
Marc,
it's all good.
Beach and bus, like, oh, shit, it's poison. But the real dude is like, poison, hell yeah.
I like his poison with a cigarette in his mouth.
Oh, shit.
All right, no. Hey, look, man, to each their own. Like, just because I don't drink doesn't mean that you can't drink.
Right.
I'm just giving you, like, the reality of it. right? Because it did. I was 100 pounds heavier. You know, I was sick and still doing the same stuff all the time.
Yeah.
Right? So, but it's poison. But at the end of the day, once you get a handle on it, right? And let's say, because I do agree you should never drink. Like, that's me. Like, I'm never going to touch a drop again. Never say never, but I'm pretty sure I'm not going to ever touch it again.
Got you.
Because I've thought about it, and I've been stressed into moments where I just want to and I want to go and just grab me a bottle or just go to a bar real quick, and then I got to literally talk myself out of it. Like, no, you can't. You've gone this long.
So even after this long, you still get the cravings?
Dude, once you're an alcoholic, you're always an alcoholic. I have this app here. Yes. I could bounce back anytime. Look. So
avoid failure to avoid progress.
The time.
Oh, 5 years, 4 months.
Yeah.
That's how long, so you can remind yourself.
So this kind of like helps me stay on track, and it kind of gives me like reminders every day. So you're trying to find that positive outlet too, right? Self-care, go take a, go get a massage, go start working out. I know it's easier said than done, I know. But when you do those things, right? Let's say you're trying to align all the stars, right? I'm all about mind, body, spirit. I've told myself, if I'm going to be able to do this, I got to do this in a mind, body, spirit way. I got to, meaning bring your health back. And once your health comes back, or working on your health, your liver's not so toxic anymore. Because when you stop drinking, everything gets very, very cloudy because you're so toxic. Yeah. Your blood is just running with all kinds of crap in it. And you're just like, kind of like, it's very cloudy.
Dazed and confused, man.
Yeah, dazed and confused. So once you kind of start working on yourself, then everything kind of starts coming back. And then when everything starts coming back, it comes back like tenfold because now you got more energy. You're not drinking anymore.
And you can do better music.
There's no hangovers. And yes, when it comes to the instrument, it's night and day.
And Marc, so you go through all this, right? And now you have your own band, right? You have your own band, and the band you have now. What is it? What would you consider the genre?
Oh, so our band X Factor, Roll Dukes. Those
variety.
It's variety. So we're gonna do the funk stuff. We're gonna like jazz. If we have cocktail hour, dinner hour, we're gonna play some jazz. Or just like some cool like love tunes or whatever, but groovy. Some Nita Baker,
right?
Stuff like that. And then Girl from Ipanema, the standard stuff. And then when we get into, and then depending on our client, dictates what kind of music we're gonna be doing. Right. So that's how we kind of build our set list. ¿Cómo se llama el grupo again? X Factor is my band.
X Factor, baby.
X Factor.
Do y'all throw these when you're up
all the time
on the thing?
Yes, sir.
And so when I quit for a while, no bullshit, Topo Chico and seltzer water helped the cravings. Michelada mixed with Topo Chico.
Okay, that's my go-to. Topo Chicos.
My daughters, they love micheladas too, and they were pregnant at the same time, and that's how they would fix their crave. They would make a Topo Chico. Like the Topo Chico's the beer, right? It has a fuzzy, and they make the michelada.
It's a mind game.
It's everything but the
but it works.
But the alcohol. I like them. They're actually pretty good. Yes. And speaking of that, just because it's wacky, I always got to throw something wacky in there. I have a friend of mine, good friend of mine, Charlie.
What's up, Charlie?
And we were in Georgia together, and we went to a Mexican restaurant. I ordered a michelada, and he's African American. He's looking at me like, what? And he doesn't drink. He's a straight guy, right? Straight arrow guy. And he's like, man, I don't drink, but that thing's got my mouth watering, bro. So I told him, I said, when we get back, when we get to work, I'm gonna make you a michelada, but that you can drink.
Right.
No, I can't drink. I said, this don't have no alcohol.
Right.
I'm gonna do a Topo Chico. I made it for him, bro. Every morning, you see him come on, go. Got my michelada.
Hey, man. Back in the day, there was a spot that I would go to, and I would ask him for the Bloody Mary. And the way the Bloody Mary came out, It was like a schooner.
Yeah,
type
schooner,
thing.
big goblet.
And then they had the skewer with all the olives and a piece of like a brisket.
On there?
Yes, dude. And you're like eating brisket and biting the olive.
I can't do olives, bro.
Oh my! Oh, you can't do. Okay, I was like that for a long time, but
I can't do olives.
But do it in a michelada. Have you tried it with a michelada?
They'll throw them in there, and I won't eat it, but I'll drink it.
Oh, it tastes
I
good.
kind of give it to my wife or whoever likes.
To bite into it.
Yeah,
yeah. I know what you mean. Olives are tough.
Hey, Marc. Being a musician in here in San Antonio, man, you made a lot of friends. Mm-hmm. You know, it's almost like
I'm very blessed. For sure.
And you know, I have conversations with friends of mine that are not, you know, musicians over dinner or whatever, and they always ask like, "Bump, like, how is this person? How's that person?" And I try to tell them like, you know, musicians they're cool people, man. You know what I mean? They're just overall cool people. You know, most of them are pretty humble. Mm-hmm. Most of them are really humble. You know, sometimes for them, they're stars. And, you know, when you're around people long enough, you don't see it like that no more. You just see them more like a homie, or like, for me, I always say homie, like they're one of my homies. Like, you know, they're just cool people. But when you get around it so much, you kind of forget that, for instance, you had Chris Pettis in your music video, bro, right? And he's your friend, you know? Matter of fact, you were with me when I got that thing signed, right? At Pick's Bar.
Yeah.
So they're
Was
homies,
it a symbol,
right?
or something?
Yeah. They're homies, man, and you see them like that, right? You don't see them as like, oh my God, that's so and so. You know what I mean? And that just for me, it came with time. I don't try to do the. I still get starstruck. Don't get me.
There's some great people out there.
You know, I had Bobby Pulido here a few weeks ago, and people ate me up. They're like, "Bump, calm down." You're little size, and it wasn't that, bro. It really wasn't. It was.
I get it though.
You know what it was? It was the fact that I wasn't in control of the show.
Yeah.
And we got Eddie, and I had my buddy John that day, so that was my nervousness.
So like that, see, right? Because you weren't in control.
I couldn't control the angle views, the commercials, the music, the sound, like so. But my boy Eddie's gonna watch more video. By next week, we're gonna have a view from the ceiling. You're gonna see us there. You're gonna get us a skinny cam, Eddie. Can we work on getting a skinny cam?
That's gonna be a lot of work there, Bob.
This guy's gonna be on CNN.
He said it's gonna be a lot of work to give me the skinny cam, bro. Oh man, saludos to everybody who's been, you know, hanging out with us tonight. It's freaking awesome. Again, we're here with my good friend Mr. Marc Martinez. You know, it's the X Factor. If you guys want to check him out, the X Factor, you can go check out La Negra Tomasa, brand new video. We just aired it here on Wacky Wednesday, featuring Chris Pettis. And dude, not only Chris Pettis, if you're in the musical business, he has some monsters on that. Who was on bass there?
Oh, that's Jorge Palomo.
Okay.
He's the one. He played all the bass tracks on all the songs. It's a full album, 10. Mm-hmm. Emilio did half of the drums, and then Amando.
So you made sure you made 10 songs.
Made sure, yeah.
You didn't want to be left out of any awards, right?
Hey, no. Actually, it was gonna be about 6. We were gonna change it, but they're like, nah, let's go all 10. So we went all 10.
Te manda saludos Joey Rodriguez.
Joey!
From David Lee Garza, los músicas. He goes, Bumper, I think me and Marc are homies. We've worked together for many years.
Joey is the shit. I love Joey. Like,
You like him?
He's always been supportive, man, of, you know, like, I'm not really in the scene that much.
That's already 3 positive things on Joey Rodriguez. You sure it's the same Joey we're talking about?
Yeah, Joey David.
The most hated man in Tejano music?
No, hombre. Not that Joey.
No, shout out to Joey, man. He's awesome guy.
Joey. Thank you for watching,
Appreciate
Joey.
it.
Okay, I'm gonna do something.
Marc, if there was something that we didn't talk about tonight that you would really like for the people who follow you, maybe stuff that you haven't posted on social media, is there anything that we didn't really?
Well, no, man, we did actually really, really good. But that was one of the things that I'm glad you brought up about the drinking thing, because. And you know, it's not a sore subject at all. Yeah, it's just more about like just making sure that, you know, if you find yourself like in an unhealthy situation or whatever, just and especially if you just drink a lot, just be sure you're watching what's going on in your body, because that's mine just came out of nowhere, dude. Like, it just came out of nowhere. Like, I didn't expect it, and all of a sudden I'm just like in the hospital. I mean, you feel it, you know that you're unhealthy. But
Drinking
I didn't know it was gonna
be like that. I said after a fifth of vodka every day, I think it'll catch up to me. Dude. Maybe not today. Maybe tomorrow.
I hope it's tomorrow.
Saludos to Jacob Vasquez, 3-7 in the house. Simplified, Devil Dog. Thanks for tuning in. Olga Olvera watching from Nampa, Idaho.
Idaho.
I bet it's cold.
I did a couple of gigs out there in Idaho, man.
In Nampa, Idaho?
Not Nampa, but
where? Talk to me.
Something foot, black foot or black feet or.
That's the Indians from over there.
Is that it?
I think.
I don't know.
Somebody help us out. I think y'all
gotta help me out on this.
Black feet or Blackfoot Indians. I know there's some Indians from Idaho. I remember.
Sergio Cruz.
Ladies and gentlemen, real quick before I forget, I think they're on there. I got a good friend of mine. I got a lot of friends.
You got friends?
Yeah, I got a friend in my hometown of Beeville, Texas.
Ooh,
He's running for sheriff.
Oh, nice.
Let's see if we can. Is it on there, Eddie? No, it's not on there. Really? Oh, it's all good. So
he's running for sheriff?
Yeah, he's running for sheriff. He's going to be at Trevino Park in Beeville, Texas this Saturday from 11 to 2. He's going to be doing a fundraiser. They got leg quarters, rice, beans, potato salad. You guys can go out there and check him out. It's a little fundraiser for him running for sheriff of B County. My good friend Richard, man. He's been a police officer there, man, for many years. I think Eddie, if you go to my add a photo and see if you see, maybe it's on there. It's a red, white, and blue picture. Guy wearing a cowboy hat, right? Sheriff, it's gotta be wearing a cowboy hat. I bet. Let's see if the producer.
He's doing a great job.
Hey, we're putting Eddie instead of the musician on the thing. We're putting the producer on the spot. I mean.
It's not on yet.
And he's wearing a smile.
Not on there.
And he's wearing a smile too, man.
Stupid icon,
he's awesome.
man. I swear. Well, I owe him one. I'm gonna have to do a post separately. So Richard Cantu, man, out there in B County, vote. If you guys are from Beeville watching, make sure you go out there and vote for sheriff. Our good friend Richard Cantu has been serving Beeville and B County for many years as a Beeville police officer. So this Saturday, he'll be out there at Trevino Park, man. Make sure you guys go check it out.
Nice. Well, good luck, brother.
They're Native Americans, not Indians. See, they're gonna get me in trouble,
Did
bro.
You get in trouble, though,
yeah,
already?
you're gonna get me in trouble.
Okay, let me see.
Blackfoot. Olga, fix it.
Blackfoot.
Blackfoot.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So I did some gigs out there.
I got you. Blackfoot. Mm-hmm. Blackfoot, Idaho.
We did 2 gigs there, and then we
went to
drove
Whitefoot.
out to Vegas, and we did one of those Tejano conventions out there in Vegas.
Blackfoot, Whitefoot, then Vegas.
And Blackfoot, Whitefoot,
Yeah,
Vegas.
Brownfoot, para atrás, back to Texas.
And for real, you drive and you see all the potatoes. The potatoes, yeah, it's potatoes, Idaho potatoes.
Angel Valadez, you're surely right. We talked about that in the beginning of the show. Rest in peace to Joe Jama, an industry legend, of course. So we lost this week. A lot of things going on, man. A lot of things in Tejano going on. Make sure you guys go out there and support. Again, it starts this Friday. I think the Cowboy breakfasts. There's a lot of places. I think our good friend Rudy Lopez and Lopez Entertainment. They're doing a country and Tejano kind of kickoff. Get you a taco and you get a taco and a beer at 7 o'clock in the morning and listen to some country music. I think Stetson's bar is doing the same thing.
They're all doing it.
But me ain't gonna get a taco and a Coke.
Yes.
Do a taco and a Coke.
I'm down with that. Hey, well, check it out. Like, there's a local guy, and one of our bass players plays with him. His name is Max Garcia. But the local, the country guy, his name is Jerry De Leon. You know who Jerry De Leon
Jerry De Leon and the Roughnecks.
Yes, dude. They have, I'm for sure it's 5, but I want to say 6 gigs that day. Cowboy breakfast. Is that this Friday?
Yeah, starting Friday.
Okay, so this Friday, I don't know where those fools are playing, but they got 6 of them.
So what you're saying is Jerry's buying beer for everybody Friday night. That's what you're saying after making all that money.
I will say this
from all those gigs, man.
Our bass player that works with Jerry as well, Max. He will say
He's like, yeah, man, we're starting early in the morning, and they just go all day, and they're just like 5 gigs later.
I can't
and
do
just
that.
Like
My good friend Eddie and Laura, they can do that.
1 or 2 in the morning.
I can't do that. I can't drink a beer like before 9 o'clock. Like I don't know how people do that. I just had a conversation at his house. As a matter of fact, like I'm one of like when you did drink, not to bring up when
morning
you did drink,
drinking was part of it.
But
it was getting there.
Could you eat dinner and have a beer? Like could you eat spaghetti and drink a beer, or have a steak, potato and drink a beer?
Yeah,
you could.
But towards the end, it got worse.
But you could drink it like when you eat dinner, like you don't have water, iced tea, soda. You just have your beer as your main drink and then your food. You could do that. Mm-hmm. I can't do that. I've never, as long as I've been drinking,
wine would be a part of it too.
No,
like
wine, man, I only drink wine at church, bro. That's it.
Dude, there'd be times I was like, I have a beer and a shot, and I go get some wine, and I drink some wine. And that's why I got all messed up, dude, because I was, some of y'all out there weren't like that, aren't like that. Like I was just, it was just getting worse and worse and worse for me. That's all it was.
Real quick in the comments before we call it a night, I want to know, can you guys out there that watch the show, can you drink a beer or a mixed drink at that and have dinner or lunch? Like you can have a hamburger, fries, and Budweiser or Miller Lite.
Okay, hold on. If you're gonna put Bud Light and Miller Lite into that mix, nah, man, because I never drank those beers. Like the beers. At first I did, but when I started, like the IPAs started coming out and all that.
Oh man, you can hang out with my kids, bro. I can't drink
that's why
those,
I get all the
dude.
weight.
I can't, Eddie, can you drink those? You like the IPAs?
1 or 2, and that's it.
Dude, I don't know what it is. It's my taste buds, right? It is. But for me, an IPA is, if I always tell people this. You can give me the blonde, y que la fat tire, que la chingada.
I love blondes.
All those crazy names. You go to these places down in San Antonio, they got 100 taps of, you got to try this one, that one. Bro, they all taste like this to me. This is the truth. It tastes like if you had given me a Miller Lite, Bud Light, Budweiser, a Coors Light, a regular normal beer on tap, and somebody came by and took a spray of cologne or perfume, sprayed 2 sprays in there, mixed it, and said, okay, taste it. That's the taste that those IPAs give me. It gives me like, oh, you couldn't taste the fruit. I'm like, hell no, I couldn't taste that.
You couldn't taste the notes of raspberry?
No, bro. It's I can't do it. I'm sorry.
Man. I loved them. I mean, well, there was specific ones that I liked. You know what I mean? Like Fireman's. Was it Fireman's?
See,
that was a good
one. Hey, those are already all outdated, Mark. It's been 5 years, bro.
I know it is. It has been 5 years, but those were my go-tos. Like that was my go-to.
I got you.
It wasn't Miller Lite and.
I'm Miller Lite guy. My dad worked for Anheuser-Busch, and he doesn't. He would hate the fact that I drink Miller Lite now. May he rest in peace. But I drink Miller Lite, and the reason I was bringing that up, right, is because like I'm just a weird when it comes to like I love tripas and lengua and menudo, like all that stuff I can eat, man.
Beer drinking food,
right. But like for instance, a mango. You like mangoes? Mm-hmm. You peel the mango and eat it like you like.
Yeah, not like every day.
My wife's from Florida and they're really big on mango. Oh, they're pinche mangoes.
What is health benefits too to some of these things?
Well, I get it, but again, going back to my taste buds, you brought up the damn IPAs. You got my mind spinning, right? When I eat a piece of mango,
okay,
like, and I don't. And this is why, because when I bite the mango, it tastes like you had just given me a spoonful of black table pepper. And you made me put it in my mouth. So when I bite the mango, it gives me a rush of a black pepper taste, like a pepper taste.
It starts off like that?
No.
That's the whole time.
That's the whole time. That's what it gives me. Now, if I eat a mango flavored something, I can taste it. It tastes good. But when I eat a real mango, it gives me a pepper taste. So you guys can laugh at me, like, Bumper, estás pendejo, you're stupid, right? No. I Googled it, and I'm not the only one.
Really?
It's a thing. It's a thing. It's a
What's
thing.
that called then?
I don't know. But I'm also the guy that if your girl puts on the hand sanitizer that smells good, or lotions that smell good, or even some of the perfumes, some of the cheaper perfumes, not the most expensive ones they don't, but the cheaper ones do. The minute you put it on, I'm gonna give you the look because my lips go numb and my tongue goes numb.
Oh shit!
Like the minute I can smell that stuff. Wacky Wednesday, bro. We talk from Marc Martinez.
Hey, but that's true because like our taste buds change throughout the years, man.
Yeah.
So, but so you smell things different. Like there's a lot of foods that I never used to eat. Olives was one of them.
Are you a menudo or pozole guy?
Oh man, I'll do them both, but menudo.
Menudo? Me too. Boxers or briefs?
Boxers. Both. Briefs.
Whichever ones are clean.
The one without the bacon strips.
Hey, whichever one's in the top of the cajon, and I'm not gonna dig with it right there. That's what I wear. I asked Bobby Polillo. Said, "Hey, bro, we got a serious question. The ladies want to know: boxers or briefs?" And he was like, "Briefs." I was like, shit.
Yeah. Well, it keeps everything together.
So people say they can drink beer or wine with their food. Eating and drinking. I don't know, man. I can't, bro. I can't do it. Nah,
you can't drink any alcohol with your food. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Like afterwards,
pizza and beer?
No. I can eat. Give me a tea or a soda. When I'm done eating, hey, I'm on beer or drink. I'm ready to go.
That's okay.
But I can't do it together.
Yeah.
I can't do it together.
That's
Eddie,
all right.
you do it together?
That's not a big deal.
I can do it together, but it's gonna put me to sleep. So, no drinking and eating.
But is it certain foods or is it
Pizza and beer will put you to sleep.
Just anything heavy.
Anything heavy?
Yeah.
I got you. I got you.
All that bread and the beer and the carbs.
Well, this is the part of the show, Marc, where I give you the microphone, and I know you had a lot of friends that maybe had never watched Bumpers Wacky Wednesdays the first time watching it on behalf of yourself. If you want to give any saludos or any thank yous, anything,
man.
The mic's yours, brother. The camera's yours.
Wow.
The show is yours. Dale.
It's mine. Okay, well then you can leave. No. Dude, thank you for having me. For real, I really do appreciate it. Man, well, number one, I just want to say thank you for letting me be on your show, and for everybody that's watching out there, including my friends that, that are just new to the show as well, thank you for watching, and I just hope I can come back again. And, I also wanted to let y'all know that we have our album out, Party People Come On. It's on all platforms, and it's under X Factor. And, hopefully you guys can go and download it, save it, just add it to your profile, and just enjoy the album. It's some really good work, man. And it's all local cats here, and good names are on this record. We have Max Baca and Josh Baca from the Tex Maniacs on there as well. We have, it's the album's kind of like it's kind of like my influences is what it is.
Took a little bit of everything.
It's got like some R&B in it. It's got some, accordion in it with Josh, playing a lot of the tunes on there. A couple of cumbias, like a praise and worship song, Here and Alive. That's awesome, a good one too. And all these was written by me and Emilio. And most of it, there's a couple of songs that they brought into the project, Emilio and Diego.
Did you ever write a song for the Emilio Navaira that was played?
Lucero de mi alma.
Hey, there he goes. Give him a little bit.
I don't know if I can do it. No, let's see. Una mujer que yo quiero amar. Cuando la miro, la quiero besar. Pero ni sé su nombre. Yo quiero ser su hombre. En la mañana me despierto, te miro por mi ventana, tan hermosa,
lucero de mi alma, que cada noche yo deseo que venga la mañana para disfrutar, mi lucero de mi alma. Da, da, da. It's hard to play the intro and do this.
Bro,
like that.
you know, for me,
I couldn't sing. I was
for me, like to hear you. That I know you wrote that song, right? That's why I said what I said, right? But you know, that's a song that I grew up with.
Yeah. Thanks,
you know, that's a song that a lot of people that are watching grew up with, right? And the fact is that the guy who mined and that came out of, right, lyrically and musically is right here. He's here in my house shooting the shit with me on a live show, bro. You know what I mean? For me, that's awesome, brother.
The pleasure's all mine.
That's awesome, man.
It's amazing to be here. I thank you very much.
Now, Mark, I again, bro, I was really looking forward to tonight's show because you do have a lot of history. Like me and you could sit here for another 2 hours and just talk stories of being on the road, and that's why I wanted to get some of those stories because the people like that. Like I get a lot of things. Like I really like hearing stories that you would never hear at a concert unless somebody personally knows you and you're hanging out with them, you know, eating dinner or something. That. You would never get those stories, man. And the fact that you opened up, you know, personally on some things that you dealt with in your life and you've overcome, and you're doing great things, bro. You're doing great things, whether you think so or not. Just for example, just seeing that comment really warmed my heart because, again, you know, you open yourself up to the world when you post stuff like that on social media. But again, it's a responsibility almost in a sense, right? Because now you're helping somebody who's like, you know what, man, because I know him and I've seen what he's gone through and he talks about it like, I don't want to be that. He's telling you, you don't want to be here. So I don't want to get to that stage. So, hey, I'm going to slow down. That's what it's about. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? You help one person. That's what it's about. And the fact that you're in the music business, it helps, right? Because you get a different platform than other people who don't have this kind of platform. So again, man, I hope you guys really, really enjoyed tonight's show. It's, you know, ups and downs and roller coasters, and that's what I like to do, man.
Can I say one more thing?
Dale, Marc.
Right? Okay.
Dale.
I just want to say one more thing.
Dale.
You know, he's right. Like the music business is not the easiest business, you know, to be a part of, but it gives you a lot of well, number one, you get to be creative. You know, you use your mind in a whole different way, right? Right. But the one beautiful thing about it all is that it's like the fact that I know these musicians and, you know, we're just great friends, and the company that I work for, you know, which allows me to book musicians and give them work and things like that. Right? That's another part of me. I do it because I love it, and I saw my dad helping out musicians when he used to work at Alamo Music Center. Mm-hmm. So, you know, like in a nutshell, you know, like you have musicians coming in from across the border, and they're just trying to find a new life. And my dad had this ledger book, and he would just write their names down and their prospective instruments, and if they sing and all that good stuff. I just saw my dad always helping musicians. So I grew up to that, but falling down that roller coaster ride with the drinking and everything kind of took it away. And now that it's back, you know what I mean? Like there's just so much to be like grateful for, to be alive. You know what I mean? To share that and share this experience with you guys, because it's no joke. But at the end of the day, man, like it's, you know, it's something that I did for myself. That's it. I don't, you know, expect anybody to, you know, not drink in front of me. You know, I know that he's doing this out of respect. I get it. But I mean, you can always drink in front of me. It's all good, right? Because we do. When I take shots, I just take shots of Dr. Pepper or whatever, you know, and salute, you know, and we'll just take a shot together. So, but you know, man, like again, you know, I hope I come back, but you know, like that song, like Lucero, we redid the song. It's on the album. So we got live horns in there. Back in the day, I was doing keyboard stuff. Keyboard horns.
Real horns in there.
Got real horns in there.
So Lucero de mi Alma is on the album as well. So we took a lot of time and we put some good thought into it, you know, and we hope you enjoy it, you know, but just take care of yourselves, man. That's all I got to say, man. You know, thank God, you know, that I'm alive and you guys are alive and that we can watch this show together and, you know what I mean? Like come together for this one night, you know, and I appreciate it, for real.
No, bro. I appreciate your presence, bro. I appreciate you coming on a Wednesday night, coming to hang out with us. I appreciate you guys, man. All the people watching on YouTube and Facebook that you guys continue to show Bumpers Wacky Wednesday love. We know that you could be doing all kinds of different things. But you're here with us and you're hanging out with us. And, you know, you get the people like, damn, Bumper, you do 2 hours. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hey, if your wife had you go do something, we're still here. Don't worry about it. Go take care of what you got to take care of. We'll be here when you get back.
HEB doesn't close till 11.
Yeah. So, you said praise and worship. Mm-hmm. And that makes my heart beat right because, you know, we're really big into our Catholic parish at church, and we do a lot of praise and worship. And you know, a lot of old school Catholics they don't think that praise and worship kind of exists, kind of like in our religion. But it is, and it's very, very big. I would like to end the show with a song that you probably know. You know, un día a la vez.
I don't know if I know that one. Do
un día, you don't know?
I don't think I know that one.
I thought you
did. Like the praise. Now the stuff that I do, like on the English, praise. Well, it's like this, like K-Love. You know what I mean? Like
K-Love.
Stuff, right? Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. Okay, so let me fall back a little bit or like retract. So I've been, I consider like saved for like right after the drinking. Like, okay, so I get sick and then I go through all that and I'm going to court the next day. I was at church. My buddy just says, why don't you just come to our church and hang out at our church? You just come on. Cause I was broken. So I said, okay, all right. So I go to the church. I didn't play or anything. I just went to just observe. And then I went the following week and then I went the following week. And then I had asked Pastor to pray on me, and when he prayed for me, because I was going to go to court the next day, when he prayed over me, and then when I looked up, the whole congregation was like over me, and then that's when I opened my eyes, that's when I was like, whoa, and then it just like I just had the Holy Spirit at that point, right? And it took time for me to get into like playing the praise and the worship music and getting into that part of it. And then so I'm only about 3 years
into it.
About 3 years, 2.5, 3 years into it. So I don't. There's a lot of songs that I don't know, but but now through the grace of God, you know, man, like this is super cool. So I've been kind of praying on this, and you know, and I was just like, you know, man, it'd be kind of cool to have like my own church, like. I mean, not build my own church. I mean, like be like the MD, like a musical director for the praise and worship team for a church, and then I got one. So now we have, you know, Mike Torres.
Yeah,
from La 45. He's the bass player, but he's been there for a couple of years already. Okay. And then we have this guy Jonah Gonzalez on guitar. I don't, you know, from the Rivas family, George Rivas, Henry Rivas, Eddie Rivas. He's our drummer now, and so we're us four, so it's a good little band. You know what I mean? And we have our vocalist up on the front. And
album coming soon.
But that's where I'm at. Like it's, and that's what I was saying earlier, man. Like it's patience is key. Like you gotta you can't be wanting it so bad that you're gonna go and destroy it. It's more like when it's your time, it's your time. So you don't mess with it until it's your time.
That's right,
just
man.
accept it.
That's right.
And just go through life. And then, you know, just like I wanted that kind of opportunity. So I kind of put myself in that situation. And that's what I try to do with my music as well. I try to put myself in situations that will guide me to where I can potentially be or want to be or whatever.
There you go.
Right? I guess.
I mean, having faith, bro. Having faith has taken you where you're at right now. You know, 5 years sober, like it's a good thing, man.
Day by day, though.
It's a really good thing.
I promise you
right.
that. It's
Un día a la
day-
vez, right?
yes,
That's the guy
day by
said.
day.
Un día a la vez. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys so
Thank you.
much for tuning in. I know we went a little over 2 hours, but that's cool, man. You guys got to know a little bit more about Marc, and you learn about Bumper, that he doesn't like mangoes.
He's like pepper for some reason.
No, man. Make sure you guys, this is your first time watching, make sure you like, subscribe, and share if you're on YouTube. Make sure you follow Bumper's Wacky Wednesday. And then also make sure you follow, I can't accept any more friends, but you can follow Bumper Gomez. If you guys aren't following me, that's where I post most of my stuff, is on Facebook on Bumper Gomez. And, I post a lot of music stuff. So if you guys are into Tejano music, make sure you follow me there. And to everybody who tuned in for the first time, on behalf of Marc, thank you so much.
Thank you.
We do this every single Wednesday, try to get to know our artists that we know and grow to love. We get to know them a little bit better, maybe on a deeper and a more personal basis. And so next week, for the first time on Bumper's Wacky Wednesday, man, you guys are in for a treat, right? Especially if you love like acapellas and stuff like that. Ricardo Castillon.
Oh, dude.
Ricardo Castillon, La Diferencia, is going to be here on the show. They're bringing in a couple of instruments, I was told. So you guys be ready. Have you ever you follow Ricardo on social media?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He used to, back in the day, would do a lot of early stuff where he would get up and he would just him and the guitar.
Oh,
and
yes.
And he would just talk
always
about,
do
right?
that. Yes.
And he would sing and you would just be like, oh no. Like, that's, to me, the song was
Okay.
better like that than it was.
Check it out. Okay, remember earlier I mentioned Michael Morales?
Yeah.
Okay. That's the producer that produced all Diferencia stuff.
Okay. I'm learning.
All that stuff.
I learn something new every day. I learn
so that's
something new
why
every
I
day.
say from Holmes High School, he's the one, because he was the producer, the Grammy winner,
All of that.
All of that.
Yeah. So next week, Ricardo Castillon, La Diferencia, right here on Bumper's Wacky Wednesday, live from the studio. Make sure you guys tune in. Again, make sure to follow Bumper Gomez on Facebook, Bumper's Wacky Wednesday, and Bumper Gomez on YouTube. Greatly appreciate it. A big thank you, a big abrazo to my good friend, Mr. Eddie, producer of Bumper's Wacky Wednesday. Puro claps, ya madre, real loud. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all have a fantastic rest of your week. A great weekend.
Happy
Wherever
New
you're at,
Year.
make sure you're out there supporting Tejano music. Wherever you might find it, whether you're out of state, in Texas, outside of Texas, in Mexico, wherever, tune in. Next week, Ricardo Castillon, La Diferencia. Marc,
Thank you, brother.
thank you, brother.
Yes.
Another episode of Bumper's Wacky Wednesday in the books. We'll see you guys next time.